Alright farmers, quick lesson on how to change a sprinkler. This is how we do it in Gardens Australia. I go around and I cut a square, a nice square, around the broken retic. And then, this isn't the nicest lawn, but usually when you've got a nice lawn that's not all weedy like this, you can take the retic out as a nice square. Alright, and you got to dig down. And when you're digging down, you got to get right to the white pipe and clearly expose the white pipe. Otherwise you're going to fill the thing up with dirt. And we're going to flush it out anyway, but the less dirt, the better. And don't be a fool like me and spread your sand everywhere. You want to keep it nice and close so you can put it back in easily. Alright, we're getting to white pipe there. Not yet. We got a little bit to go. I think I'm going to have to put the camera down and dig this out. Okay, there we go. We dig it right down to that white pipe. Sometimes the white pipe's really low, sometimes it's easy, sometimes the sand's really loose. So I need to wet around it first. We take that off. It's a small sprinkler. And then it's as easy as putting the new one on. Now you can see this has a riser here to achieve a bit of better height for the sprinkler. Sometimes they do this and put the white pipe quite low so that you can aerate the lawn and not worry about sparking your white pipe. I'm gonna get that nice and tight. I see this orange thing, that's called a flush off valve. It's an open nozzle. So any dirt that we got in the system, that's going to flush out when we test the retic. Let's go press test. Alright. Let's go manual 1 station. I know it's station 2 there. Sure no one's standing around there. And we're going to test it. You see it blasting out of there in the distance. Just on the left of that tree. That means it's all flushing out with any dirt we got there. And don't worry about the other sprinklers not popping properly. That's because a lot of the pressures and flows taken up with what we're doing here. Alright. Okay, to work out what nozzle you need, what you have to do is, Jesus, put so much water on this tree, it's simulating rain. Anyway, what you want to do is measure the distance by feet between one sprinkler and the next sprinkler, and then you'll know what nozzle the designer intended to have on the system. And in this case it's 12 feet, because it's 12 feet between this and the next sprinkler. Okay, let's change it. Pretty much you just unscrew the other one, screw this one on. I cannot hold the camera and do this at the same time, so I'm going to have to cut another scene. Okay, that's done. Now it's time to test the retic again and see if our new nozzles worked. Just walking over to the controller now to do just that, farmers. I've got shit on my face. No. And there we go. I don't know if you can see it, but that sprinkler is working very well. And I'll flick it back to off here to switch off the manual, but don't forget to put it back to auto. I've done that quite a few times and the grass dies. And I wonder whose fault it is. Mine. Alright, let's go fill in this hole. Here we are. Now we just got to fill the dirt back in. I always try not to get dirt on the top because I like the clean look of the sprinkler, but the less dirt the better, I guess. Let's just put all of this back. Oh, I've actually got a big cut on my hand. I shouldn't be doing it with this hand. It's going to get infected. Always wear gloves, farmers. Don't do it like me. Okay. here. Put that down there. Don't let it get too dirty, sometimes you just can't avoid it, unfortunately. Okay, now this hasn't really worked very well, but usually you're left with a nice square grid of retic with a hole in the middle, and you just place the square grid back on there and compact it in. In this case we're left with half cooch, half weeds or something. It's just absolute junk, to be honest. So we're not going to worry too much about it. We're probably better off with bare dirt. But what I don't want to create is a little divot here. I want to get as much of this sand back and keep the levels. Sorry guys, not good at filming and working at the same time. Alright there, I'm going to make it as level as you can. There we go. That's how you change a sprinkler. Thank you. Alright, it's Gilbert from Gardens Australia.